Why is it more likely than not to go up than down? Okay, first and most obviously, your momentum indicator on the daily time frame, right? We just saw the DXY on the daily time frame. Now we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame. What does our stochastic RSI momentum indicator show us? It shows us that we have room to go to the upside, that we're oversold. Okay, that's number one. That's the most obvious. Number two, and I've said this before, it's very likely that you're dealing with an ABC or WXY, some sort of quintessential three-wave corrective pattern here that's completed right there. Okay. Third reason, you're on this 445 or so day level of support. Okay. If we were to break down, everything's possible but not probable. It would be highly improbable because you would be breaking such a strong level of support. Again, 445 days. All the time that you spent here in the bear market accumulation forming this resistance, and then once you broke above it, that resistance became support. So you would have to break all of those days, about 365 days or so, however much time we spent in that inverse head and shoulders. You'd have to break down from that. That is a big ask of the price action. Hello everyone, my name is Ian. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is August 28th, 2023. And I am preparing for a very big move for the following reasons. Guys, if that interests you, then watch until the very end. Hope you're having a great day. All right, let's get started with the US dollar currency index. I know a lot of people don't understand why I keep mentioning the US dollar currency index. A lot of people do crypto analysis and make no mention of the US dollar currency index. It's all about the dollar. Whatever the dollar does, Bitcoin, stocks, cryptos in general follow. Okay, so you have to understand what the dollar is doing. If you go on the daily time frame, what you can see very clearly is that the dollar is at resistance and has printed confirmed bearish divergence on the daily time frame. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. At resistance and printing confirmed bearish divergence. As you can see, the daily time frame here, I'm showing the DXY, US dollar currency index. Every candlestick is a day's worth of price action or trading. And very clearly right here, what you can see is the dollar having made one set of bearish divergence here, right? Where you have two tops here, right? And on the chart, you have two tops. So you made a higher high on the chart, but you made an even high on the momentum indicator, the stochastic RSI momentum indicator. You've made an even top. So you made an even top and a higher high and an even high on the momentum indicator. This indicates that the next likely move is down. Furthermore, this happened again, right? Again, you have a higher high on the momentum on the chart, right? Clearly, it's gone higher. But it's again an exhausted move, an exhausted trend. There's no verve, there's no true momentum behind this move, the dollar going up, because it's very clearly at this resistance, this 160 or so day resistance in this channel, right? You can see you're at the resistance and you're printing bearish divergence. Why is it confirmed? Because these K and D lines have crossed. Okay, so now I want to draw your attention to these two tops right here. Okay, 1, 2. Here, 1, 2. Again, confirmed bearish divergence, K and D lines crossed. You're coming down on the daily time frame. Okay, so it is not if, it's when this is going to play out, and it looks like it's already confirmed. So this DXY momentum is indicating a downside move, and so we're likely to see it be reflected in the charts, right? And when this does come down, it's going to dump down. because it's almost like a it's like a something that flew really high, really high, really high, and comes to a point where it's kind of still, right? Any object that you throw in the air, there's a point at which it freezes, it no longer is rising, it no longer is falling right before the fall. This is exactly what this is right here, right? It's frozen right before the fall, and we're kind of like going sideways, but when it falls, it's going to start falling quite quickly, okay? So this is what I'm seeing on the chart for the US dollar currency index, and that is going to propel our risk on assets, Bitcoin, crypto, stocks to go up in a major way, okay? Now let's get into the Bitcoin. I know you guys are here for the Bitcoin analysis first and foremost, but it's so important to get a handle on what the DXY is doing. And I started with the DXY this time because I think it's that important, right? People say, oh, it's because of inflows, like nobody's buying and blah, blah, blah. Retail's not buying, so on and so forth. BlackRock is, blah, blah, blah. It's all about the US dollar. The US dollar is going up. I don't care who's buying, Michael Saylor, BlackRock, whoever. It doesn't matter. It's going to go down more or less, okay? If the US dollar is going down in value, the US dollar currency index is going down, Bitcoin, stocks, cryptos going up. That's it. Prove it to yourselves. Do the cross analysis of the dollar against Bitcoin over as long as a period as you can find, and you can see that. Okay, now, what in looking at Bitcoin's price action, right? Not even considering the US dollar currency index, why is it more likely than not to go up than down? Okay, first and most obviously, your momentum indicator on the daily time frame, right? We just saw the DXY on the daily time frame. Now we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame. What does our stochastic RSI momentum indicator show us? It shows us that we have room to go to the upside, that we're oversold, okay? That's number one. That's the most obvious. Number two, and I've said this before, it's very likely that you're dealing with an ABC or WXY, some sort of quintessential three-wave corrective pattern here that's completed right there, okay? Third reason, you're on this 445 or so day level of support, okay? If we were to break down, everything's possible but not probable. It would be highly improbable because you would be breaking such a strong level of support. Again, 445 days. All the time that you spent here in the bear market accumulation forming this resistance, and then once you broke above it, that resistance became support. So you would have to break all of those days, about 365 days or so, however much time we spent in that inverse head and shoulders. You'd have to break down from that. That is a big ask of the price action, okay? So more likely than not to go up. The third reason, I think we're on 3. If I'm not, whatever, write a comment and tell me I don't know how to count. Let's go on the smaller time frame. The third reason, jumping down into the 4-hourly time frame, is this imbalance in the chart. What's an imbalance? An imbalance is when only buyers or only sellers participated in a move. If you look at this declension, this drawdown, it's very clear that only sellers participated. We were in a 50-day consolidation right here of this descending wedge that broke down and gave us this very quick, very impulsive move to the downside. But do you see any green candles here? I don't. I see only red candles. Charts hate imbalance. This is proof of imbalance. Charts love balance, right? And so a balanced move would be one where buyers also had an opportunity to participate in the price action of trading this asset between these prices of 29.6 and 26.2, right? So this is more likely than not going to result in an equally green candle to the upside to balance this price action, okay? So that's why I'm thinking it's more likely than not that we get a quick move, just like we got a quick move to the downside. We get a equally quick move to the upside and butt our heads against this lost level of support, turn resistance, and then once we get here, we consolidate before we continue to the upside. So that's why I'm seeing Bitcoin create this large move. Last reason, why is it going to be quick? Not just because of the imbalance, but also because of the preceding consolidation. Remember, when we were in this descending wedge, I was saying every time you get a big move, it's preceded by a very tight level of consolidation. Okay, tight consolidation means what? It means buyers and sellers have agreed more or less on the price of an asset within a small within a small range, meaning there's sort of a consensus on the price of the asset. Like, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin at this price, I'm gonna sell Bitcoin at this price. Everybody kind of agrees. That's why we're not moving much, right? Very low volatility. Well, very low volatility means that anyone can get in and sell a large amount of volume, and then pretty much move the price. Okay, so this is exactly what you're seeing here, except on a smaller time frame. Here's like about 50 days, I believe. Here's more like 11 days of consolidation in this tight range. Again, because it's a tight consolidation, usually what results is a large expansion. Okay, another way to think about this is potential energy and kinetic energy. Okay, this is the potential energy. This is the spring that's being coiled up, and then the kinetic energy. The kinetic energy is the spring releasing the energy that it's accumulated. Okay, so that's another way to read that on the charts. So this is why I'm seeing more likely than not a move to the upside, and again the first quick move in the blink of an eye, all the way back to this $29,000 region, right? About 11% move in Bitcoin. Okay. Now, if you look across the board, right, across the crypto watch lists, you can see a lot of other assets are in similar sort of situations where it's very likely that the next move is a move to the upside. Here is Cardano, okay? Cardano has created some sort of W reversal pattern where, you have your vertices of the W, and it's more likely than not that your next move is a completion of this pattern to the upside, okay? Lots of assets are showing a similar kind of setup, okay? You can see that throughout. I'm just going to go really quickly down the list, but you can see a lot of assets are likely leaning more to a move to the upside rather than a breakdown to the downside, okay? So this is what I'm waiting for. We could get it very soon, given what the DXY is doing and given the small moves that you can see on the altcoin charts. Guys, that's pretty much all I've got for today. I hope this was helpful. If this was useful, if it was, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.